Welcome back to the channel, everyone. With all the speculation about a new Green Lantern series on HBO Max, I thought this would be a great time to revisit the Corps and count down their 10 most formidable adversaries from the comics. As always, this is my list, and I would love to know what you think, so please leave a comment down below. And with that, let's begin. Number 10. NERO. A power ring, especially a yellow Cordian ring, is one of the most powerful weapons in the DC universe. Now imagine a person diagnosed with schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and paranoid delusions, among other ailments, is given one of these weapons. Add in an almost genius-level artistic talent with a flair for the macabre, and you get NERO. Spending most of his life in an asylum for mental illness, NERO created constructs that mirrored hellish creatures. After many encounters with the Green Lanterns, the Guardians ordered that NERO be executed by a team of Alpha Lanterns. He was shot point blank in the head. He was resurrected by Nekron and became a Black Lantern later on, but their defeat seems to be the last anyone has seen of this Green Lantern foe. Number 9. Hector Hammond. One of the original villains for Hal Jordan, introduced in Green Lantern number 5 in 1961, Hector was a criminal posing as a rich socialite. While holding multiple scientists hostage, Hammond came across a meteorite. Radiation from this space rock altered his brain, giving him powerful psionic powers, growing his head, and atrophying his body. Left unable to move, Hector can control and manipulate the minds of others, and holds a deep hatred for Hal Jordan, and eventually the Green Lantern Corps as a whole. Although he does not have any physical abilities, he remains a dangerous foe because of his superior intellect and his ability to use telekinesis. Number 8. Mongul. Technically Mongul II, the son of the original Mongul. This villain had a hand in the destruction of Coast City, Hal Jordan's home, and then, at the conclusion of the Sinestro Corps War storyline, he acquired a yellow power ring by killing an already dying Sinestro Corps member. He then gave the ultimatum to the remaining Yellow Lanterns: follow him or die. He was a man of his word, killing those who refused and taking their rings. This got the attention of the Green Lantern Corps, and also in a fight for control for the Yellow Lanterns, he defeated Archillo and tore out his tongue to wear as a necklace. Eventually, Sinestro defeated Mongul, taking back control of his corps, and cast Mongul II into the Yellow Central Power Battery. Number 7. Evil Star. An anonymous scientist from the planet Aoran. He wanted to cheat death to become immortal, and he achieved his goal by tapping into the power of the stars, creating the Star Band. However, it rapidly aged his fellow citizens, but the use of the Star Band turns one evil, so instead of stopping, the scientist caused the death of everyone around him. Now dubbed Evil Star, he went on a quest to conquer new worlds. The Star Band gave Evil Star a genius-level intellect, the ability to project energy like a lantern, the ability of flight, telekinesis, mind control, amongst other powers, as well as the Starlings, miniature, almost indestructible versions of himself. He was eventually defeated and jailed by the Guardians, only to be released by Neron and given incredible power. The Dark Stars, along with Guy Gardner, another Green Lantern, eventually defeated him again, and to this day, Evil Star remains incarcerated. Number 6. Larfleeze. Larfleeze is the Orange Lantern Corps. Whereas other corps recruit their members, Larfleeze is too greedy to share the Orange Lantern Corps with anyone, so his corps is made of ring constructs of members he killed. The Guardians kept the Orange Lantern hidden on Okara, where Larfleeze found it and took it for himself, because orange, the color of avarice, cannot be shared. Larfleeze is poisoned with greed for everything. However, he plays a pivotal role in the Blackest Night, Brightest Day story arc, helping to defeat Nekron. His greed is matched only by his paranoia that the Guardians will take everything away from him, which is why he has a tenuous truce with them, as well as coming into conflict with the Green Lanterns. Larfleeze is also a frequent enemy of the Blue Lantern Corps. However, Larfleeze's greatest enemy may be Santa Claus, because after learning about the holiday, he didn't bring Larfleeze any presents. Number 5. Atrocitus. Atrocitus is the leader and the founder of the Red Lantern Corps. Wielding a red power ring fueled by rage, he has sworn revenge on the Guardians of the Universe for the death of his family in the massacre of Sector 666. Only Atrocitus and 4 others survived, and after trying to exact revenge on the Guardians and failing, they were imprisoned. Eventually, Atrocitus discovered how to create his own red power ring, fueling it with rage and the blood of his victim. Through many more deaths, Atrocitus was able to construct more rings and gather more followers, mostly victims of the Sinestro Corps. Due to his hatred for Sinestro, the so-called greatest of the Green Lanterns before he rebelled, the rage of the Red Lanterns is often too powerful for the Green Lantern Corps or Sinestro, who Atrocitus crucified and used the blood to build and enhance his red power battery. And although the Red Lanterns aided the universe in the Blackest Night storyline, afterward they continued to be one of the more dangerous foes the Green Lanterns and their allies would ever come across. Number 4. The Manhunters. Precursors to the Green Lantern Corps, the Manhunters are evil androids that now battle that same Corps. They were created by the Guardians of the Universe as an intergalactic police force, but their program was corrupted and they massacred an entire sector. Their mantra is, "No man escapes the Manhunters." The rogue Owen, Krona, reprogrammed the Manhunters to prove to the Guardians that there were flaws in an emotionless police force. Krona's programming influenced the Manhunters into deciding that because all crime is the result of emotional response and all emotions come from organic life, then the solution on maintaining order in the universe was to remove all organic life from it. The Manhunters descended upon the worlds of Sector 666, which led to the creation of Atrocitus and the Red Lantern Corps. This also led to the Manhunters turning on the Guardians and their new police force, the Green Lantern Corps. The Manhunters are relentless in their pursuit to extinguish all emotional existence from the universe. Number 3. The Anti-Monitor. The Anti-Monitor is a rage-fueled and murderous cosmic entity with an inert drive to destroy all life and positive matter in the multiverse, leaving only his antimatter universe in existence. He has caused the Crisis storyline and been involved in multiversal events. However, it is his involvement with the Sinestro Corps and the Black Lantern Corps that concerns us here. After the Sinestro Corps War, the Manhunters rebuilt the Anti-Monitor, and he took on the role of Guardian of Fear, while also manipulating Cyborg Superman and Superman Prime. In an attack on Earth, the Guardians and the Lanterns, along with Superman Prime, defeated him, sending his body deep into space, landing in Sector 666. Eventually, 2 other Green Lanterns discovered the Black Lantern Battery, which is where the body of the Anti-Monitor was kept. Necron, leader of the Black Lanterns, had imprisoned him there after the Anti-Monitor was defeated. As the events of Blackest Night unfolded, the Anti-Monitor broke free from the Lantern Battery. He was one of the few entities that were eventually given new life and disappeared back into deep space, being banished to the antimatter universe. Number 2. Black Hand. A supervillain and an enemy of Green Lantern, he uses a device that allows him to drain the powers of a Green Lantern ring and use them for himself. After being subjected to alien experiments, he gained the powers to completely drain the life force from those around him. His obsession with death proves not to be just a hobby, but a life calling. He had been chosen through Guardian Scar to act as the physical embodiment of death on the emotional electromagnetic spectrum, the herald of Necron, the true embodiment of black. After killing himself and his entire family, he became reanimated. He became the leader of the Black Lantern Corps, and during the Blackest Night storyline and the War for the Light, Necron in hand raised an army of zombie superheroes from the grave to fight the multiple Lantern Corps. Number 1. Sinestro. Originally known as the greatest member of the Green Lantern Corps ever to wield a ring, he trained many students, including Hal Jordan. The Guardians of the Universe exiled him to the antimatter universe after learning he had used his power to set up a dictatorship. Having fought the Green Lantern for many years with a yellow ring forged by the weaponers of Quard, he established his own Sinestro Corps to spread fear throughout the universe. Although they were best friends, Sinestro proved time and again to be the ultimate nemesis of Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, believing fear to be a more powerful emotion than will. At times, Sinestro has found himself in the crosshairs of every other Lantern Corps. However, despite how evil Sinestro is, it is he who is able to wield the White Lantern light that turns the tide against Necron and the Black Lanterns, helping win the War of the Light and restoring natural balance to the universe. And that's my list. What do you think? If you enjoyed this video, check out some of my other comic book content for other top 10s and comic book exploration. Thanks for listening. As always, I am your reluctant gringo, and from south of the border, salute and a huevo.